Your desire is the starting point of all achievement. Those words aren't just a motivational quote. They're a timeless truth carved into the very fabric of every great human story. In the ancient tales of old, the seeker did not move because the road was clear. He moved because his heart burned with longing. Desire was the spark that lit his lantern, guiding him through forests of fear, valleys of doubt, and storms of uncertainty. Now, picture yourself in that same mythic tale, standing at the crossroads of what is and what could be. It is not talent, not luck, not even timing that sets you apart. It is the fire in your chest that refuses to die. Imagine the warrior of life, not with armor or blade, but with focus, conviction, and a dream too sacred to surrender. He does not wait for permission. He acts, because hesitation is the true enemy, and action is the sword forged from desire. Then comes the healer, the part of you that remembers. Desire doesn't just charge forward, it also heals backward. It reaches into the past, gathers the broken pieces, and says, even this can be transformed into something beautiful. Because the moment you truly desire something, with all your heart, the universe begins to reconfigure itself around that decision. Napoleon Hill once declared, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But let's bring it closer to you. Your desires are sacred. They are not accidents. They are the blueprint of what your soul was sent here to build. And yet, how many people wake up every day with dreams still sealed inside them like unread letters? How many lie awake at night knowing exactly what they want, but are too afraid to take the first step? It's a common ache, the painful space between knowing what you want and daring to move toward it. Because desire alone is not enough. It must be married to bold action, unwavering belief, and relentless self-trust. Most people don't fail because they lack desire. They fail because they let that desire be drowned by doubt, delay, or distraction. They wait. They hesitate. They bargain with fear. And while they wait, the fire inside begins to dim. But you are not most people. Because if you're hearing this now, it means the fire still lives in you. So fan that flame. Let your desires speak louder than your excuses. Let it pull you into action before fear catches up. Imagine someone yearning to start their own business, picturing success in fleeting moments, but stuck in a mundane job because their desire lacks the intensity to break free. This leads to a life of regret and stagnation, as Hill observed, where weak desires result in half-hearted efforts that never truly take flight. But what if we could change that? What if your deepest desires could be transformed into reality through immediate, purposeful action? Like the seeker who trusts the map of their heart, you must recognize that action is the bridge between desire and achievement, as Hill so wisely taught. Relying solely on fleeting emotions or waiting for perfect conditions only dilutes your power. Desire must be channeled into decisive steps. Consider the young inventor, much like Thomas Edison, whose burning desire for innovation overcame countless failures and lit up the world. Now, let's explore why so many falter at the starting line, waiting endlessly for motivation to strike like lightning. Hill critiqued this misconception. True desire doesn't wait for external inspiration. It creates its own motivation through persistent thought and action. People often postpone their dreams, saying, I'll start when I feel like it, such as delaying a fitness goal because today doesn't feel right. This waiting game turns strong desires into mere wishes, eroding the very foundation Hill said is essential for success. Then there's the failure to decide, where indecisiveness stems from desires that are unclear or underdeveloped, leaving you paralyzed. Hill emphasized a definite purpose as the key. Without it, decisions remain vague, like wandering in a fog without a compass. Common pitfalls include overanalyzing every option or fearing commitment, as seen in Henry Ford's life, where his clear desire for an affordable car drove bold decisions. If your desire isn't sharp and focused, it slips away, much like the warrior who hesitates and loses the battle before it begins. Fear and uncertainty further erode that power, stealing your momentum and leading to inevitable defeat. As Hill noted, Fear is a thief that dims your desires before they can manifest. Manifesting is self-doubt when pursuing something as simple as a promotion. Have you ever felt that anxiety, that inner voice whispering you're not ready, trapping you in a cycle of unfulfilled potential? It's a heavy burden, but the good news is your desires can break this cycle through one simple shift: immediate action. The power of action lies in its ability to amplify your desires, creating momentum that turns hesitation into progress, just as Hill believed. Desire is only the starting point. It's the steps you take that build energy and confidence, like an aspiring writer who begins with just one page. Even if that first move feels imperfect, it ignites a chain reaction, transforming vague wants into tangible achievements. Building decisiveness means making firm decisions quickly to honor your desires, drawing from Hill's definite chief aim principle. Try this. Set a 24-hour rule for decisions related to your goals, turning hesitation into a habit of forward motion. When you act decisively, your desires become a driving force, propelling you like the healer who applies balm to wounds without delay. Practicing, the first step, is about starting small, but starting now. Sign up for that class. Make that call. Embrace your desire today. Think of Andrew Carnegie, whose desire for wealth led to his first bold move, setting the stage for an empire. Right now, pause and reflect. What's one small step you can take immediately to honor your biggest desire? Facing fear head-on is how you combat hesitation, echoing Hill's teaching that fear is overcome by the habit of courage born from acting on desire. When you pursue your desires, hesitation fades like mist in the morning sun, growing stronger with each step you take. Visualize success to reinforce your desire, picturing the warrior charging forward, shield raised against doubt. Learning through failure is a natural part of the process, as Hill analyzed in figures like Edison, who saw each setback as progress. Failures refine your desires and build resilience, turning initial stumbles into stepping stones toward your goals. Reframe each failure as feedback that strengthens your resolve, much like the healer who learns from every patient they treat. With fear conquered, the next step is cultivating self-discipline, the true engine that sustains your desires, as per Hill's principles. Self-discipline isn't about rigid control. It's the willpower that backs your desires, turning fleeting emotions into lasting habits. Without it, even the strongest desires fizzle out, but with discipline, they fuel long-term achievement, like daily routines that nurture growth. Start building positive habits that align with your desires. Review your budget daily if financial independence is your goal. Draw from Hill's auto-suggestion techniques. Repeat affirmations that reinforce your desires, making them a part of your daily life. List 3 habits now that will support your desires and commit to them starting tomorrow, weaving discipline into your story. Developing a clear vision and goals is what amplifies your desires, based on Hill's concept of a definite purpose. Vague desires lead to drift, but specific goals create sustained progress, like turning "I want success" into "I desire to launch a business in 12 months." Break your goals into actionable steps, using tools like vision boards or goal journals to keep your desires vivid and achievable. Collaborate through Hill's mastermind principle, surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals to sharpen your focus. With clear goals, your desires aren't just dreams. They're blueprints for achievement, guiding you like the seeker with a true map. As we wrap this up, remember Hill's core idea. Your desire is the starting point, but action, discipline, and clear goals are what turn it into real achievement. Motivation doesn't lead. It follows action. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it. Your desires are powerful, but they're inert without execution, much like the warrior who must wield their sword to win the day. Today, I urge you to act on your desires, even if it's just one small step. Make that phone call, write that plan, or set that goal. Your future self will thank you, as each action builds the life you've always wanted. Let the healer within you mend any doubts, and let the seeker guide you forward with unwavering desire. As Hill said, the starting point of all achievement is desire. Keep it burning bright. Embrace this truth, and watch as your world transforms. Now, take a deep breath, feel the emotion rising, and step into your power. Your desire is not just a feeling, it's the key that unlocks every door to success. So begin today and achieve what you've always dreamed. Your desires are the seeds of all great achievements. Without them, no action follows. Imagine a young inventor like Thomas Edison, whose burning desire for innovation overcame countless failures. In our daily lives, we often recognize our goals, like career advancement or personal growth, but fail to act because our desires lack intensity or clarity. Procrastination and hesitation creep in, turning dreams into distant wishes. People dream of starting a business, but remain stuck in routine jobs due to vague wants rather than a burning passion. This leads to regret and stagnation, as Napoleon Hill observed, where weak desires result in half-hearted efforts. What if your deepest desires could be transformed into reality through immediate, purposeful action? Action is the bridge between desire and achievement, as Hill taught us. Relying solely on emotion or perfect conditions is futile. Desire must be channeled into decisive steps. Now, let's explore why you're not taking action, even when you know what you want. Many wait for motivation to strike before moving forward, but Hill reminds us that true desire creates its own motivation through persistent thought. This misconception, that motivation must precede action, dilutes initial desires into mere wishes. For instance, postponing a fitness goal because "I don't feel like it today" only weakens your resolve. Indecisiveness stems from unclear or underdeveloped desires, paralyzing even those with good ideas. Hill emphasized the need for a definite purpose. Without it, decisions remain vague, leading to inaction. Common pitfalls include overanalyzing options or fearing commitment, trapping you in a cycle of doubt. Take Henry Ford, whose definite desire for an affordable car drove his bold decisions, as Hill described. Fear and uncertainty erode the power of desire, resulting in inevitable defeat. Hill's concept is clear. Desire must be strong enough to conquer fear, for fear is a thief that steals your desires before they can manifest. Self-doubt often surfaces when pursuing something like a promotion, turning excitement into anxiety. This cycle of unfulfilled potential keeps you stagnant. But the good news is, your desires can break it through one simple shift: immediate action. The power of action amplifies desire and creates momentum, aligning with Hill's belief that action is the language of desire. Desire is just the starting point. It must be followed by steps that build energy and confidence. Consider an aspiring writer who starts with a single page, turning vague desire into tangible progress. Even if your first steps are imperfect, they ignite a chain reaction of success. Building decisiveness means making firm decisions quickly to honor your desires, as Hill advocated in his definite chief aim principle. Set a 24-hour rule for decisions related to your goals, transforming desire into a driving force. Don't let hesitation hold you back. Act now to keep your desires alive. Practicing the first step is essential. Start with a small, manageable task to propel yourself forward. Reference Hill's stories, like Andrew Carnegie's desire for wealth leading to his first bold move. If your desire is to learn a new skill, sign up for a class today, no matter how unprepared you feel. Right now, think of your biggest desire. What's one small step you can take immediately? Facing fear directly combats hesitation, echoing Hill's teaching that fear is overcome by the habit of courage, born from acting on desire. When you pursue your desires, hesitation fades, like a fire that grows stronger with fuel. Use strategies such as visualizing success to reinforce your desire and push through fear. Remember, every great achiever, like Edison, faced obstacles but used action to prevail. Learning through failure is a natural part of the process, as Hill noted in his analysis of successful figures. Failures refine desires and build resilience, turning initial setbacks into stepping stones. View each failure as feedback that strengthens your desire, not as a dead end. For example, Edison's thousands of failed experiments fueled his ultimate success. With fear conquered, The next step is to cultivate the discipline that keeps your desires alive. Discipline is the true key to success, as per Hill's principle that desire must be backed by willpower. Fleeting emotions can't replace disciplined habits. They sustain your desires for the long term. Daily routines nurture your goals, turning desire into enduring achievement. If your desire is financial independence, build the habit of reviewing your budget daily. Draw from Hill's auto-suggestion techniques, like repeating affirmations to strengthen desire and discipline. List 3 habits that will support your desires and commit to them starting tomorrow. Developing a clear vision and goals amplifies desire and directs action, based on Hill's definite purpose concept. Vague desires lead to drift, while specific goals create sustained progress. Turn "I want to be successful" into "I desire to launch a business in 12 months." This clarity keeps your motivation high and your path straightforward. Teach practical methods for defining goals, such as breaking them into actionable steps. Use Hill's mastermind principle for collaboration, surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. Tools like vision boards or goal journals keep your desires vivid and achievable. With clear goals, your desires aren't just dreams, they're blueprints for achievement. Now, as we wrap up, let's reaffirm the core idea from Napoleon Hill. Your desire is the starting point, but action, discipline, and clear goals are what turn it into achievement. Remember, motivation follows action, not the other way around, as Hill so wisely stated. Desires are powerful but inert without execution. They need your commitment to flourish. Today, identify your strongest desire and take one actionable step, whether it's making a phone call, writing a plan, or setting a goal. Your future self will thank you for this decisive move. Harness the power within you, for as Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let this be the moment you transform hesitation into momentum. Picture yourself succeeding, fueled by that initial spark of desire. Every journey begins with that first step, so don't delay. Build on this foundation daily and watch your achievements unfold. The world is full of opportunities for those who act on their desires. Overcome the barriers you've faced and embrace the discipline required. Your desires are not mere fantasies. They are the blueprints of your destiny. Take pride in every small victory, as it compounds into greatness. Share this wisdom with others and inspire them to start their own paths. Remember, the greatest successes come from the simplest beginnings, your desire. As you move forward, keep Hill's words close. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Act now, and let your desires lead you to unparalleled achievement. Thank you for embracing this journey. Your story of success starts today. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But remember, your desire is the vital starting point that sets everything in motion. In the words of Napoleon Hill, desires are the seeds of all great achievements. Without them, no action follows, leaving dreams buried in the soil of inaction. Picture the common struggle many face: procrastination and hesitation, where goals like career advancement or personal growth remain distant fantasies. People often recognize their aspirations, such as starting a business, but fail to act because their desires lack the intense clarity that Hill emphasized. This leads to a life of regret and stagnation, as weak desires result in half-hearted efforts that fizzle out before they begin. The need for change is urgent. Action is the bridge between desire and achievement, as Hill taught, transforming vague wants into reality. Relying on fleeting emotions or perfect conditions is futile. Your desire must be channeled into decisive steps right away. So, ask yourself, what if your deepest desires could be turned into tangible success through immediate, purposeful action? Imagine a young inventor like Thomas Edison, whose burning desire for innovation pushed him through countless failures to create the light bulb. Now, let's explore why you're not taking action, starting with the misconception that motivation must come before you move. Many wait for the right moment or external inspiration, diluting their initial desires into mere wishes that never materialize. As Hill pointed out, true desire creates its own motivation through persistent thought, not the other way around. For instance, postponing a fitness goal because I don't feel like it today weakens your desire, turning it into an excuse. Indecisiveness is another barrier, stemming from unclear desires that leave you paralyzed, even with promising ideas. Hill stressed the importance of a definite purpose. Without it, decisions remain vague, leading to endless overanalysis. Think of Henry Ford, whose intense desire for an affordable car drove clear decisions, propelling him to revolutionize the industry. Common pitfalls include fearing commitment or getting lost in options, which erode the power of your original desire. Fear and uncertainty further sabotage progress, as the anxiety of failure dims the flame of what could be great achievements. Hill observed that fear is a thief that steals your desires before they can manifest, creating a cycle of defeat. For example, self-doubt might hold you back from pursuing a promotion, turning potential success into missed opportunities. These emotions manifest as hesitation, trapping you in unfulfilled potential and preventing your desires from taking root. The good news is, your desires can break this cycle through one simple shift: immediate action. Taking action, even if imperfect, amplifies your desire and builds momentum. As Hill believed, it's the language of true ambition. Desire is just the starting point. Follow it with steps that create energy and confidence, turning vague ideas into progress. Consider an aspiring writer who begins with a single page, transforming a fleeting desire into a growing manuscript. Building decisiveness means making firm decisions quickly to honor your desires, aligning with Hill's definite chief aim principle. Try this. Set a 24-hour rule for decisions related to your goals, turning hesitation into bold, purposeful moves. This decisiveness acts as a catalyst, transforming your desire from a passive wish into a driving force for success. Now, practice the first step by acting on your desires immediately with a small, manageable task. As Hill shared in stories of successful people like Andrew Carnegie, his desire for wealth began with one bold action that changed everything. If your desire is to learn a new skill, sign up for a class today, no matter how unprepared you feel. That's how momentum starts. Right now, reflect on your biggest desire and identify one small step you can take to bring it to life. Overcoming hesitation and fear is next, as action directly combats these obstacles, echoing Hill's teaching on building courage. When you act on your desires, hesitation fades like shadows in the light, growing stronger with each step you take. Use metaphors like a fire that intensifies with fuel. Your actions feed your desire, making fear less intimidating. Strategies include visualizing success to reinforce your desire, imagining the achievement as if it's already yours. Learning through failure is essential, as Hill noted with figures like Edison, who saw each setback as progress. Failure refines your desires and builds resilience, turning initial defeats into stepping stones toward your goals. Reframe failure as feedback that strengthens your desire, not as a dead end that halts your journey. For instance, if a business idea fails, use the lessons to refine your approach, fueling a more intense desire for success. With fear conquered, the next focus is cultivating self-discipline, the engine that sustains your desires over time. As Hill emphasized, discipline is the true key to success, backing your desire with the willpower to persist. Fleeting emotions can't replace disciplined habits. They provide the structure that turns desires into long-term achievements. Build positive habits that align with your desires, such as daily goal tracking to keep your focus sharp. For example, if your desire is financial independence, make reviewing your budget a daily ritual to nurture that ambition. Draw from Hill's auto-suggestion techniques, repeating affirmations like "My desire drives me to disciplined action" to strengthen your resolve. List 3 habits that will support your desires and commit to them starting tomorrow, making discipline a natural part of your routine. Developing a clear vision and goals is crucial, as they amplify your desire and direct your actions effectively. Hill's concept of a definite purpose shows why vague desires lead to drift, while specific goals create sustained progress. Turn a general wish like I want to be successful into a precise goal. I desire to launch a business in 12 months. This clarity acts as a beacon, guiding your efforts and preventing your desire from fading into obscurity. Practical methods include breaking goals into actionable steps, using Hill's mastermind principle to collaborate with others. Tools like vision boards or goal journals keep your desires vivid, turning abstract ideas into achievable blueprints. For instance, create a vision board that visually represents your desire, reminding you daily of the path ahead. With clear goals, your desires aren't just dreams, they're structured plans that lead to undeniable achievement. As we wrap up, reaffirm Hill's core idea. Your desire is the starting point, but action, discipline, and clear goals turn it into reality. Remember, motivation follows action, not the other way around, as waiting only weakens your initial spark. Desires are powerful, but without execution, they remain inert, like a car with no engine. Now, it's time for you to act. Identify your strongest desire and take one actionable step today, no matter how small. Whether it's making a phone call, writing a plan, or setting a specific goal, let this be the moment you begin. Your future self will thank you for igniting that desire into motion, creating a ripple effect of success. As Hill said, the starting point of all achievement is desire. Keep it alive with unwavering faith and persistent effort. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back any longer. Embrace your desires as the foundation of your triumphs. Start today and watch as each step builds upon the last, leading you to heights you once thought impossible. Remember, every great achievement began with a single, burning desire followed by relentless action. You have the power within you. Harness it, nurture it, and let it guide you to extraordinary results. In closing, let this be your call to awaken that inner fire and transform your desires into lasting achievements. The journey starts now, with you taking control and turning potential into reality. Go forth with confidence, for your desire is not just a dream, it's the key to unlocking your greatest successes. Remember, your desire is the spark that ignites the engine of achievement, as Napoleon Hill so wisely taught. In the introduction, we set the stage with Hill's powerful words. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But let's dive deeper into how desire acts as the catalyst. Think about the common struggles many face, like procrastination that keeps dreams locked away. People often recognize their goals, such as advancing in their career, but hesitate because their desires aren't strong enough. This leads to a life of regret, where potential remains untapped, just as Hill observed in those with weak desires. The need for change is urgent. Action bridges the gap between what you want and what you get. Relying on perfect conditions is a trap. Instead, channel your desire into immediate steps. Ask yourself, what if your deepest desires could become reality through purposeful action right now? Moving to why you're not taking action. Let's address the myth that motivation must come first. Many wait for the perfect moment, diluting their desires into mere wishes that fade away. For instance, postponing a fitness goal because you don't feel like it today only weakens your resolve. Hill's principle reminds us that true desire creates its own motivation through persistent thought and effort. Failure to decide is another barrier. Indecisiveness stems from unclear desires, leading to paralysis. Without a definite purpose, as Hill emphasized, your ideas remain vague and unacted upon. Common pitfalls include overanalyzing options or fearing commitment, which erode your initial drive. Take Henry Ford, for example. His definite desire for an affordable car drove clear decisions that changed the world. Fear and uncertainty further sabotage your desires, turning potential victories into defeats. Hill taught that fear is a thief that steals your desires before they can manifest into achievement. Emotions like self-doubt often surface when pursuing something big, like a promotion, creating a cycle of hesitation. This cycle traps you in unfulfilled potential, but the good news is that your desires can break it through immediate action. Now, let's explore the solution. The power of taking action right away. Even if it's imperfect, immediate action amplifies your desire and builds momentum, as Hill believed. Desire is just the starting point. It's the steps you take that turn it into real progress. Imagine an aspiring writer who begins with just one page, transforming vague ambition into tangible results. Building decisiveness is key. Make firm decisions quickly to honor your desires, following Hill's definite chief aim. A practical tip: set a 24-hour rule for decisions related to your goals to keep your desire alive. This decisiveness turns your desire from a fleeting thought into a powerful driving force. Practicing the first step means acting on your desires without delay, no matter how small the task. Hill stories, like Andrew Carnegie's bold moves toward wealth, show how one step can lead to greatness. If your desire is to learn a new skill, sign up for a class today, even if you feel unprepared. Right now, reflect on your biggest desire and identify one small step you can take immediately. Overcoming hesitation and fear is the next crucial phase. Facing fear head-on combats it directly, as Hill taught that fear is overcome by the habit of courage. When you act on your desires, hesitation fades, much like a fire growing stronger with more fuel. Strategies like visualizing success can reinforce your desire and push fear aside. Learning through failure is essential. It's a natural part of the process, as Hill noted with figures like Edison. Each failure refines your desires and builds resilience, turning setbacks into stepping stones. Reframe failure as feedback that strengthens your resolve and keeps your desire burning bright. With fear conquered, you can move forward with confidence, ready to cultivate self-discipline. Discipline is the true key to success, acting as the engine that sustains your desire, per Hill's principles. Fleeting emotions won't carry you far. Disciplined habits are what turn desire into long-term achievement. For example, daily routines nurture your desires, ensuring they don't fizzle out over time. Building positive habits is vital. Align them with your goals to create lasting change. If your desire is financial independence, make reviewing your budget a daily habit. Hill's auto-suggestion techniques, like repeating affirmations, strengthen both desire and discipline. List 3 habits that will support your desires and commit to them starting tomorrow. Developing a clear vision and goals is the foundation for amplifying your desire. Crystal clear goals direct your action and make your desire more powerful based on Hill's definite purpose. Vague desires lead to aimless drift, while specific goals create sustained progress and motivation. Turn a broad statement like, "I want to be successful," into, "I desire to launch a business in 12 months." Practical methods include breaking goals into actionable steps, drawing from Hill's mastermind principle. Tools like vision boards or goal journals keep your desires vivid and achievable, guiding your every move. With clear goals, your desires transform from dreams into blueprints for real achievement. As we wrap up, let's reaffirm the core idea from Hill. Your desire is the starting point, but action and discipline bring it to life. Remember, motivation follows action, not the other way around, as Hill so clearly demonstrated. Desires are powerful, but without execution, they remain inert and unfulfilled. The key takeaway is to harness your desires as the fuel for persistent effort and clear direction. Now, it's time for you to act. Don't let another day pass without moving toward your goals. Identify your strongest desire today and take one actionable step, no matter how simple. Whether it's making a phone call, writing a plan, or setting a specific goal, start now. Your future self will thank you for this decision, as it sets the wheels of achievement in motion. Think back to Hill's wisdom. The starting point of all achievement is desire, kept alive by faith and action. Let that desire burn brightly within you, pushing past any obstacles in your path. Every great achiever began with a single, intense desire that they refused to ignore. Picture yourself succeeding, feeling the satisfaction of turning that desire into reality. Break free from the chains of hesitation and embrace the power of immediate steps. Build your self-discipline like a muscle, strengthening it with each daily habit you form. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals, using tools that keep your vision clear and focused. Remember, failure is not the end. It's a teacher that hones your desires and makes you stronger. Channel your fears into fuel, transforming them into the energy that propels you forward. Make decisions with confidence, knowing that your definite purpose will guide you. Start small, but start today, because every journey begins with that first, courageous step. Your desires are unique to you, so honor them by giving them the action they deserve. Visualize the end result, the achievement that awaits when you align desire with discipline. Don't wait for motivation. Create it through your actions, as Hill advised. Build a support system, perhaps through a mastermind group to amplify your desires. Track your progress daily, celebrating each win that brings you closer to your goals. Finally, commit to this path, knowing that your desire is the seed of all greatness. As you go forward, carry Hill's message with you. Achievement is born from desire in motion. Take action now and watch as your desires unfold into the successes you've always dreamed of.